To hell with Ancelotti. But did Carlo Ancelotti really mismanage the match against Arsenal? First, the lineup Ancelotti opted for a 4-4-2 formation. He bizarrely deployed Federico Valverde as a right back, and, against the wishes of many fans, started David Alaba as a left back opposite Bukayo Saka. Surprisingly, Alaba managed to hold his own against one of the best wingers in the world. In midfield, due to the absence of Dani Ceballos and Aurelian Tchouameni, Ancelotti started Luka Modric and Eduardo Camavinga, and they actually performed quite well, even though Modric is nearing 40. On the wings, he chose Jude Bellingham and Rodrigo, believing they could match Arsenal's terrifying midfield of Martin Odegaard, Declan Rice, and Thomas Partey, with Oleksandr Zinchenko occasionally stepping into midfield as an inverted fullback. Up front, Real Madrid relied on Vinicius Jr. and Kylian Mbappe. Second, the strategy. Ancelotti went with a deep defensive block, relying on quick counterattacks and trying to draw Arsenal's players forward, knowing he was up against one of the strongest defenses in Europe. This plan worked in some instances during the first half, but his forwards' inefficiency prevented Real from capitalizing. The problem with this strategy is that it requires long, accurate passes. And without someone like Toni Kroos, who can distribute the ball precisely from midfield, the plan lacked execution. Real Madrid conceded 2 goals from free kicks by Declan Rice and 1 from open play. Third, team morale. Yes, Mbappe, arguably the best player in the world, has arrived, but the team is missing Dani Carvajal and has no proper right back. Marco Asensio has dipped in form since his national team disappointment. Antonio Rudiger is physically drained, and both Valverde and Camavinga are being played out of position. Bellingham no longer looks like the dynamic player who used to cut through the middle with ease. Instead, he's become more of a defensive tank trying to cover for Vinicius and Mbappe's shortcomings. Rodrigo is still marginalized, and Vinicius is visibly depressed after the infamous Ballon d'Or snub. No matter what Brahim Diaz does, Ancelotti keeps him on the bench. The same goes for Arda Güler. Ancelotti is known for stifling young talents. As for Endrick, it's simply not logical to play him ahead of Mbappe. And perhaps most critically, Real Madrid has lost one of its most important historical weapons, a lethal aerial striker. To hell with Ancelotti.